Kiss, Larger Than Life, the Lost 1978 album. Tonight, you belong to me. Paul dimmed the lights in the control room before anyone could tell him not to. He said it was for ambiance, but really, it was so he could watch his reflection in the studio glass while he sang. The tape rolled, and that delicate, lonely guitar line began. Slow, aching, perfectly arranged for maximum heartbreak. Paul closed his eyes and let his voice pour out, smooth as honey and twice as self-aware.
In a dream, a long time ago.
He sang softly, drawing out every syllable like it owed him something. But then, the change. A roaring guitar comes out of nowhere, and then the track erupts into full rock glory. Paul's loneliness turned to fire, his pleading into command. It wasn't heartbreak anymore. It was sex on a deadline. By the time he hit the chorus, his hand was pressed against his chest, and you could practically feel him picturing himself on stage, in the spotlight, every woman in the crowd convinced he was singing directly to her. By the end of the take, he stood there with his shirt halfway unbuttoned, sweat glistening off his chest, eyes closed.
That,
he said, breathless,
is how you make people feel something.
Gene leaned back in his chair, eyebrows raised.
Yeah, I felt something.
Mostly concern.
Paul clenched his teeth, silently raging inside.
What are you talking about? It's about connection, about not wanting to let go, even when you know you have to. And somehow you got some other type of view from that?
Gene raised an eyebrow.
Connection? It sounds like you're about to handcuff her to the bedpost and hide the key.
Ace burst out laughing, nearly spilling his beer.
Yeah, Curly. It starts off like you're crying into your pillow. Then suddenly it's like, bam! You're trying to bang her on the floor before she catches her flight.
Peter shook his head, agreeing.
It's all over the place. 1 minute you're sensitive, next minute you're about to get arrested. Real emotional journey there, Paul.
Paul rolled his eyes, but you could tell the comments bothered him just enough to sting.
You guys don't understand nuance. It's romantic desperation, passion, longing.
Gene smirked.
Right. Longing. That's what they call it when the line between foreplay and felony gets blurry.
Ace burst out laughing.
He's got you there, Star Child.
Peter laughed.
At least it's about a girl this time. Thought we were gonna get another song about you making eye contact with yourself in the mirror again after that chick had a surprise in her pants for you.
Paul crossed his arms, sighing dramatically.
You know, it's exhausting being the only one in this band with emotional depth.
Peter grinned and muttered under his breath.
Emotional depth, huh? Yeah, until she says no.
Paul grinned.
It's passion. That's what people don't get. Passion and possession. They're two sides of the same coin.
Ace, quietly to himself, says, two sides of the coin. Sounds like a great idea for a song. Gene smirked.
Yeah, that coin's got restraining order stamped on the back. Half those lyrics sound like you're telling her no one else gets a turn.
Paul didn't flinch.
It's art, Gene. It's the sound of wanting someone so bad you'd burn the world down to keep them for one night.
Ace wiped his nose, chuckling.
So basically a classy way of saying you're horny.
Gene leaned back in his chair, folding his arms.
Well, I'll give you this, Paul. It's catchy. Creepy, but catchy. Perfect for the album. Nothing says larger than life like begging a girl to stay one last night while she's halfway to the airport.
Paul smiled again, unfazed this time.
Exactly. That's what makes it sexy.
The room cracked up. Everyone except Paul, who just smiled that slow, knowing smile he reserved for when he thought he was the smartest man in it. Gene finally stood up, still smirking.
Well, like Pete said, at least it's about a girl this time. Though, if she's smart, she's already called a cab.
The tape rewound. The room went quiet. For a moment, no one said anything. Then Ace cracked open another beer and muttered,
Jesus, we're all going to hell for this record!